Arguably, San Francisco's biggest question on their roster headed into this season wasn't any rookie, but the kicker Jake Moody. And so far, he's proven to be one of the most inconsistent parts of their operation, and honestly, probably lost his job with his Week 1 performance against the Seahawks. Headed into the half, for instance, after Brock Purdy drove his team down the field, Jake Moody had the opportunity to kick a 27-yard field goal. But rather than drilling it like you would expect an NFL kicker to do, he hit the crossbar, doinked it, and actually missed the kick, leading Seattle to take advantage of this momentum, drive down the field, and their kicker said, "Hey, Jake Moody, this is how you kick the ball," and hit a 48-yard field goal and made it look like he was kicking a point after the touchdown. And then with the opportunity to redeem himself in the third quarter, Jake Moody kicks a line drive, and that leads to a block kick. To really illustrate this point, right here, you can see exactly where this kick is going. Honestly, I'd be surprised if it made it over the center. And the thing about Jake Moody is, yes, he's an extremely talented kicker, but he's also probably the most inconsistent kicker I've seen of all time. Because yes, sometimes he will hit a 59-yard field goal, but the very next play, he'll miss a point after the touchdown. And that's a big reason why Brant Boyer, San Francisco's special teams coordinator, kinda convinced Moody, in my opinion, to change his kicking motion this offseason, moving from a 3-step approach to a 2-step approach. And surprise, it didn't work. But it's not like the signs weren't already there that Jake Moody wasn't the best kicker for San Francisco. This offseason, they actually had a competition with the veteran Greg Joseph, and he actually statistically performed better in front of the media. And it does look like Greg Joseph is still on the market, so San Francisco could still make that swap. And honestly, not just based on this game, but Jake Moody's career as a whole for San Francisco, I think it's time for both parties to part ways. Jake Moody's no longer welcome in San Francisco from what I can tell, and he's not improving over the course of his career. He was his best probably as a rookie, and since then, he's been on a steady decline. So I don't know how San Francisco justifies keeping him any longer, and I do expect him to be making his way out of San Francisco sooner rather than later, probably replaced by a veteran like Greg Joseph, who did offer more consistency this offseason. But ultimately, these are just my thoughts on Moody, well, being Moody, and I'd like to hear your thoughts down below. Do you think Kyle Shanahan has finally had enough and is going to move off Moody, or do you think they're going to continue to roll with one of the most inconsistent kickers across NFL? It would also mean a ton to me if you did enjoy this video. If you could go ahead and like and subscribe, it truly helps out the channel a ton. And as always, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.